And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fustel on a beautiful Sunday fall afternoon here at Laurel Park. Big action, 9 live races here this afternoon. All the horse racing you want, the pick 5s and the pick 6, and we have all the football you want as well up there in the sports bar and the sports book. Couple big games today. They start at 1 o'clock. The sports book is open. We have the NFL Sunday ticket up there, now featured in that new sports book. Second floor of the grandstand right next to the sports bar. Every game, every Sunday. Ravens play at 1 o'clock against the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Washington Redskins, they also play at 1 against the Houston Texans. So a great place to hang out today up there in the sports book, watching all the football and horse racing today.
Plenty of action. You can play the football pick'em if you'd like.
That's right. We got the $3,000
with your buddies. Maybe some bets among friends and play the ponies. So a great combination up there on the second floor. If you haven't gotten up there to see it, you've got to check it out.
And again, don't forget about that $3,000 football pick'em contest. You can bet the football games up there at the sports bar. Just buy a program and you get an entry into the $3,000 football pick'em contest. So jump into the action up there in the new sports book here at Laurel Park. Let's get right to it. Show you a picture of the main track. No more turf this year. All dirt racing. We had a big day yesterday. Over $3 million in handle yesterday for the Bruin Bourbon Classic. We had a big crowd out here yesterday. Trevor McCarthy with a big day yesterday. As you see the weather, we're in the 50s and sunny. Main track fast. First race at 12:30. Trevor McCarthy, he had a big day yesterday. He had three wins, including he won the finale on the favorite for Englehart, and the late pick 5 still paid a little over $2,600 yesterday.
It paid well, and a little sneaky. Lion Lord got in there for the pick 4, knocked me out of my pick 4. That horse ran awfully big for Corrales.
Yep.
But Trevor, how about the ride on your great selection yesterday? We talked about it. We thought one of those two hammy horses, was going to rise from the depths, and they did it a price. And Moon Virginia got through between horses to get up late.
All right, so let's get right to it. You saw the main track. It's fast. So let's go to race 1 here. Race 1's going to start the rolling super high 5. That has a low 15% takeout. We have it every race with 7 or more entries. So to keep your eye on the rolling super high 5. Also, race 1 kicks off that early pick 5. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout. It's a mandatory payout starting on this early pick 5 in race 1. Let's take a look at the opener. We're going 5.5 furlongs. Maiden claiming $16,000 for 2-year-olds, and scratch the 6 Baravelli. That was the 5. The key scratch. That was the morning line favorite. That was my top pick. The 6 Baravelli is out, so I end up on the 1. So do you. Transom with the hot jockey McCarthy after that 3-win day yesterday. Transom first off the claim today for Andy Simoff. Ran a decent race last out at Delaware against maiden 15,000, similar level as a maiden 16 here at Laurel Park. So Simoff doesn't get too crazy off the claim, runs him right back for 16,000 and gets McCarthy.
2-year-old's already run 5 times. He's kind of been in a steady decline against this group from the rail. He's going to have to get a great start to go ahead. He looks like a horse. He'll take a little bit of pressure. I don't think he wants to give up a length or two at the break. So Trevor needs to get this horse out alertly, send to the front. Some token pressure might come from Kosher Contract, the 2 horse with some speed. I think this horse with a clean break stand can go ahead and dictate. El Rojo, a horse dropping down only 1 try for 40. Caught a sloppy sealed surface and was down inside. Maybe didn't like to kick back or anything like that. Any of the horses in here, I think they could jump up and make a major improvement second out. It'll be the 3, El Rojo for Lynch.
I didn't use the 3, but what a year trainer Cal Lynch is happening with the 2-year-olds. Another big win yesterday with that 2-year-old filly Belial against Allowance Company. That was one of McCarthy's wins yesterday for Cal Lynch. So I didn't use the 3, El Rojo, but you get a nice big price there. We both like the 4 in here. Shadow Boxer, a first-time starter, bred by our man Tom Reynolds out there in Reisterstown, a 2-year-old colt by despite the odds. Salzman does well with the 2-year-olds. Just some okay works here at Laurel Park. Jorge Riaz will ride. We'll get a decent price here on the 4 Shadow Boxer.
Lone sibling. This horse actually is a fool to Sir Paulie Walnuts, who's 2 for 6 and 1 early. Had some speed. So Shadow Boxer could be ready right out of the box here for Salzman.
Paulie Walnuts.
It's great, isn't it?
All right, it's got to be a runner there, Shadow Boxer. Let's turn the page here. Nice Maiden special weight here in race 2 to kick off the early pick 4. Maiden special weight for 2-year-olds going a mile and a 16th. Some nice horses in here. I go with the 4 on top. So do you. The 4, Mind the Gap for trainer Arnaud Delacour. A 2-year-old colt by Street Sense out of an AP Indy mare. Decent debut on the turf at Delaware, going long against Maiden special weight. Rallied to finish 3rd that day at 8-1 in his debut, and then a big improvement in the slop here at Laurel Park. A Maiden special weight that came off the turf, but still a strong 6-horse field. Showed speed that day, and a real good second with a 67 buyer. So he has 2 route races underneath him. Daniel Centeno gets aboard today for Delacour. They're 33% together. The favorite here in race 2, the 4, Mind the Gap, going to be awfully tough to beat.
I would say that was another Delacour that beat him that day, if I'm not mistaken. 5-star General. 11 lengths clear was Mind the Gap over Danza Rebel, who was a heavy favorite for Cal Lynch in that race. And comparatively, the 4, Mind the Gap, and the 7, Biz Nasty, both ran on the 27th of October on that sloppy field surface, same distance, clearly faster. I don't think the transition, I think this horse is going to be fine on a fast track today. Got the stamina, almost, unless one of these firsters kind of fire out of there, I think this horse will be on her just off the lead, out of the park, stretching out.
Right.
I think this is what this horse wants to do. Really tough trip into Maryland Million Nursery. The horse was down inside, Bakerfield under a drive around the turn. Got going too late. I think this horse is going to be fine moving out to a mile and a 16.
I like the 5 as well. He looks like he's going to love the extra ground he gets today for Rodney Jenkins. Bandbox, 1 going 7 furlongs. He won going long as well. He won the 7 furlong General George. So I like the 5. I like the first-time starter on the inside. The 1, Awesome Rally, a homebred for Adina Springs and Stronach Stable, and trainer Jose Corrales. Corrales just on a roll this fall. Had another win yesterday. That son of Bernardini, the Stronach horse yesterday. And this colt's by Awesome again, out of the mare. X's Bell is by Dynaformer. The dam didn't run. However, the second dam, she made over 600,000. Was a multiple graded stakes winner going long on the main track. So that's pretty strong. The older siblings, one made 86,000 and another made 40,000. So this horse has some okay works here at Laurel Park. It's Caramanos, who will get a ground-saving trip from the inside. He's going to pop with one of these Awesome Agains he gets. He's as big as well as he's doing right now. Just a matter of time before he starts clicking here with the 2-year-olds.
Yeah, not a whole lot I can say on the dam, but boy, second dam on down a solid family for the 1, Awesome Rally. Going to try the 2 turns first time out. The 3, Amino. Debut up at Presque Isle back in September, late September. Really didn't take a ton of play in that race. Went off at 6-1. Figure a motion horse might take a little bit more, but this move's okay for him. 25% he goes synthetic to the main track. So Amino looks for some improvement second time out.
All right, nice maiden special weight there in race 2. Let's turn the page here. Race 3. Race 3, we're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000. Filly mares 3 and up. A wide open nickel here in race 3. I have the 2 Southern Peach on top. You have the 6 on top. We have a video spotlight of Sonora de Lujan from July 8th here at Laurel Park. Let's take a look at that race.
Yeah, the Duralis runner for Alvin Lapidus, I think is going to get a little bit of a similar trip today. There's plenty to speed to target. This horse makes a good steady progression. A 3-horse running in the second, closes up about 2.5 lengths through the final 1/8 of a mile. You see there in the pinkish silks. Can't catch Indy Breeze, a little too good right there. But Senor de Lejean, more than treasure, has plenty of speed. Great rhythm, is awfully quick in here. Southern Peach at 6, has won at the distance, kind of makes that move, likes to flatten the touch, but Southern Peach is going to stay around a long time against this field. Maybe the 6 is a little bit better price. Can sniper right at the wire.
All right, so we both like a 6-2 exacta box. We both like the 1-3 in there as well. Claudio's has a nice price here with the 3 more than treasure. 9-2 gets the bug girl, the 7-pound apprentice Adrian Flores.
Yeah, she could come down off of that line. Certainly, I would think. You've got the scratch of the 4 Grace to Glory, maybe in that 3-1 range. Broke a little slow. Got caught up in a duel against Better. This horse will be right on the engine, I would think, today. Going to have to handle the pressure, though, from Great Rhythm. I think it's got enough speed to kind of keep her in her sights, and that's setting it up for the 2 or the 6.
All right, so nice wide open nickel for Filly and Mares sprinting on the main track there in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Rainbow Pick 6. You like the middle pick 4 starting in race 4. I like the late pick 5 starting in race 5. We'll check it out right after this.
whether you're at home or at the track. Have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
All right, welcome back. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 4. We have a little carryover in the Pick 6. There it is, $751. And today's Rainbow Pick 6. Race 4 also kicks off the middle Pick 4. Keith, you have a ticket today for the middle Pick 4. Let's check it out, see how you played it.
$12 ticket with 3 or 4 yesterday. Get you started in the 4th. A little bit of a spread for me. I think most of the money is going to come in on Louise. 7-2 morning line, Gatto St. Honore at 4. They'll come down a little bit with the scratch of C Candy. We have 1, 3, 4, and 8. Interesting first here for Mary Epler. 5th race, 2 deep with the 7 and 12. Looks like the logical horses. Bohem de Levy should be a pretty stout favorite in there on the jam job off a little bit of a break for Kieran McGee. 6th race, 3, 4, and 7. Margie's Money, if she can kind of escape trouble, I think she's a winner in race 6 and the 7th. We're going to go ahead and single. Bigger field of 10. Fairly wide open, 4-1 morning line shot, but I was visually impressed by the one's first try over the Laurel Park surface. The sweetest taboo to get you done, get it done for you here in race 7. We're going to single that one.
All right, Victor Carrasco, Claudio Gonzalez team up there with the one, the sweetest taboo. Nice price there in race 7. Let's take a look here. Race 4 is a big field to kick off the Pick 6. In the middle, Pick 4, maiden claiming 16,000. Filly mares 3 and up, going 6 furlongs. The 6, Louise, going to be one of the favorites in here. Just claimed by Robbie Bales last out. Ran a decent race. She was dropping back down. She was dropping back. She had run for maiden 10 before and gotten beat. And she dropped back down to maiden 10 again yesterday, or not yesterday, November 10th, just last Saturday, and got beat again. Now steps up here to a maiden 16. Bracho rides for Robbie Bales. It's not the toughest group. She's going to be, you go against her altogether here. I think she runs well against a soft group here today.
I think she's a user. I can't leave her out of my exact. As you know, I play my tickets. I'll key a horse or two over top 3 or 4 horses. Try to get some prices. I'm looking for a price in here. The 3 Sophie Yen. You go back to the 3-back dirt number at Saratoga, buyer of 55. Kind of towers against most of this group. This horse never gets bet. The blinkers go on. Lack of Lasix concerns me a little bit for the 3 Sophia, but you look at the 2 dirt sprints on the page. One at Saratoga, the debut in Parks. Multiple horses have come out of there to win and won their next start. So out of key races, I think there's enough flow in here. Sophie and I think we'll make a run. We'll be with the blinkers on. We'll keep the field a little bit closer and go by late.
All right, well, you should get a big price there on the 3 Sophie, and we both like the 4 here. Sipping Champagne's been getting better for trainer Jackie Savoy. Taylor Hole rides this 3-year-old filly by Scipion. She rallied nicely last out against maiden 25,000 to finish 3rd. Now a nice drop to the maiden 16,000 level today. The 4 Sipping Champagne going to be a major factor, I think, in the final strides today.
You could definitely say that group for 25 that she faced is clearly better than what the majority of these horses faced in their most recent starts. I like the little improvement here for Sipping Champagne. Going to need to see her a little bit closer turning for home. She has a tendency to fall way, way back. And it really doesn't get rolling until they start, midway on the turn, almost top of the stretch. I want to see this horse within 4 or 5 lengths turning for home.
How about Kieran's filly here, the 8 Gatto St. Honore, a good second last out when it came off the turf. But that was from maiden 25, big 11-horse field, and a good second that day. That was first-time blinkers last out for the 8 Gatto St. Honore. So she's live here. Alex Centron aboard for Kieran.
I liked her a lot that day. Simonella just jumped up for Jennifer Shannon, ran a bang-up race, and Gatto St. Honore was trying through the lane, through the final 1/8 of a mile, just really couldn't gain any ground against this group. I think she'll sit fairly forward. There's not a lot of true speed. She could get it done the second time. Blinkers.
How about Mary Epler sitting there hiding on the rail with City Party, a first-time starter by Desert Party out of a City Dancer mare. Some bullet works over there at Pimlico. Jorge Riaz will ride. I don't like the one post for a first-time starter, but she's won before with debut runners. The Epler barn has.
Yeah, I talked to Mary. Wasn't real thrilled with the draw here with a horse that worked out 46-1 at Pimlico.
Nice.
Half mile.
quick and nice.
Stakes horses don't go in there. Previous time in work,
Yeah.
46 in one.
Yeah,
That
nice
is
5
absolutely
furlong.
rolling. So this filly by Desert Party, I'm assuming, is going to show a little bit of lick this
Yep.
afternoon and see if she can take them a long way. The one City Party, I'm going to use her in my pick 4, no doubt.
All right, so nice big field there in race 4 to start that pick 6 and middle pick 4. I like the late pick 5 today. No carryover today. It paid well, paid big again yesterday, paid over 2,600 yesterday with that industry low 12% takeout. Late pick 5 starts in race 5. I have a ticket. Let's check it out. A $32 ticket. I have 2 singles on my ticket, including race 5. It's a beaten nickel for filly mares going 6 furlongs, and I think Kieran is going to get the win here with the 9-5 favorite. The 12 Bohem de Lavi, 7-year-old mare, has made over 300,000. Two-time winner here at Laurel Park, taking a big drop today. Third race this year. She's coming off a layoff, but she's facing the easiest company she's faced in a while. So I'll go with the favorite 12 Bohem de Lavi in race 5. Then race 6, I go 4 deep with the 2, 3, 4, 7. Race 7, that's a nice allowance race for filly and mares going 2 turns. I go 4 deep there with the 1, 4, 8, 9. My price play is in there. The 9, my top pick, the 9 Fashion Week for the Hall of Famer Shug McGahee at 4-1. So I like the 9 Fashion Week in race 7. And then race 8, my best bet of the day, the 2 Angel in the Morning in race 8 for our leading trainer Claudio Gonzalez. 3-year-old filly by Street Sense. She's won 4 times going against older filly and mares, never won 3. The 2 Angel in the Morning is going to be awfully tough there in race 8. And then I go 4 deep in the finale, the 2, 4, 7, 8. The 7's my top pick in there. Expect Wonderful. Second, 1 coming off a long layoff last out, facing winners for the first time today. The 7 Expect Wonderful. I use 3 others in there as well. 2, 4. 7, 8 in the finale. So that's my ticket, $32 ticket. Let's take a look at race 5. Claiming 5,000, filly mares 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Never won 4 is the condition. Going 6 furlongs. We've seen Kieran do this a bunch of times. He's very reliable with favorites on the drop. I have her on top. You have her in your exact. She's lightly raced this year. Is that your main concern probably with the 12 Bohem de Lavi?
Yeah, and the lack of real true speed. I think Journey on the Move, my top selection back with Claudio, I think reunited, is going to be able to kind of whistle out to the front and maybe take this field coast to coast. But Bohem de Lavi, she laid pretty close back in that race at Delaware. Trusty Roll's a pretty quick horse.
Sure.
For McMahon, who's been kind of on a roll in those starters. So Bohem de Lavi is certainly the horse to beat in here, no doubt about it. Taking the edge, dropping down to 5.
All right, so I single on her. The 7's going to be tough, though. Journey on the Move. Now back in the barn at Claudio Gonzalez. He did well with this mare before. She's won here at Laurel Park, and you get Joe Moore Torres, and you'll get a nice price there on Journey on the Move.
Absolutely. We have a video of her. I thought we
Yes, we do. Yes, my bad. We do have a video of Journey on the Move from last April right here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, and this is her. Just, this horse that's got plenty of speed. Journey on the Move. Is that the race? That's the Stella Nova race, guys. We can cancel that. Check that one out. That was
That's
what we needed racing.
Move there, right?
Okay. Anyhow, chase the whole way. Yeah, the Stella Nova. My bad. That was the race. Stella Nova. I thought this horse would be on the lead. She was chasing the whole way. Second. There you go, guys. And very game in defeat. Thank you very much. And Stella Nova, awfully game. Another one of those horses for McMahon has done well in starter. So she's against the right kind of horses in the condition. Journey on the Move, going to be awfully tough to catch. Bohem de Lavi, the one to beat. I'm going for a little bit higher price.
All right, so we both like a 7, 12, 12, 7 exacta with the 10 as well there in race 5. Let's turn the page here. Race 6 going to kick off the late pick 4 in race 6, going 6 furlongs, 25,000 starter allowance for 3-year-old fillies or filly and mares. Never won 3 is the condition here for race 6. I have the 4 on top, so do you.
Yes.
We have a video spotlight of the 4, Margie's Money. Here's her last race. Here's the start from October 18th.
Yeah, bobble and a bump at the break, and then was a little bit ranking tough to handle after that, breaking down towards the inside. You see almost a little bit of a stumble, and we're making some contact. We're going to follow the 2-horse this afternoon. Margie's Money kind of go right up to contention. Watch this horse have to check and steady along pretty much for about a little more, almost in the 16th of a mile. It starts right here in between horses at the back of the pack, and it continues on. That's just not going to do it. You can't give up that much. Again, she's a bit tough to ride. Katie Davis was on that day. No, nothing to her doing. I mean, Sheldon has had some issues. That's good enough, guys. Where she a couple races back was a little rank, came in and hit the rail. Quirky horse to ride back with Sheldon. She's gonna need an alert break. But I think if she's anywhere close to her best race, she's gonna go ahead and defeat these from owner just off the pace.
Sure, yeah. Homebred for M. Terry Shane by Great Notion. She's a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park. So she's a 3-year-old filly taking advantage of this dual condition here in the starter lounge. She's a 3-year-old filly going against older filly and mares. Never won 3. So we
She's
both
won
have
4,
the 4 on top. We both have the 7 in our exact Autobahn Express for trainer Richard Vega. Fergal Lynch had a nice win yesterday. Was out on the Stronach horse yesterday. Fergal Lynch had the win. And he's on this
Yes.
Macho Uno filly here for trainer Richard Vega.
Yeah, I think she's gonna fit him to a T. She'll be able to kind of sit back, stalk, measure the pace, and I think this is what this filly wants to do. You look at the start, the sprint starts; they're solid. I tried the horse a little bit longer, wasn't quite right. Anywhere from that, 5.5 to 7 for a long distance. I think Autobahn Express. That's right what she needs, and she fits perfectly against this group.
All right, we both like the 3 Hot Frasier for Ann Merriman. Just draw a line to the turf race on Maryland Million Day. That didn't work out, but a nice win against State Bred Allowance Company, 2 back, going 6 furlongs here at Laurel. That was late September, so this 4-year-old filly by Frisian fires. She's 8 for 12 in the money here at Laurel Park. Toledo ride, so I think the 3 Hot Frasier live at a decent price in race 6.
Absolutely. I think she's a little bit better than those mid-50 numbers that we saw. Rhythm and Rap, Bridgewater, some key horses that she's faced. Wasn't too far behind Margie's Money. I don't know what the try was on the turf, what that was all about on Maryland Million Day, but has given a little bit almost a time, about a month to recover from that race. This is getting back to the right ball game here for the 3 Hot Frisia.
All right, so we both have a 4-7 on top there in race 6. Let's take a look here. Race 7, a nice first level allowance contest for filly and mares 3 and up. We kick off the final pick 3 of the day here in race 7. We're going a mile and a 16th on the main track in race 7. My price play of the day is a 9 on the outside. That's the Shug McGahee horse, Fashion Week. But you have the 1 on top. We have a video spotlight here of the 1, the Sweetest Taboo. Here's the race last out on October 18th.
From the Neil Howard barn down in Churchill, comes up to Laurel Park and transfers to Claudio and really runs a big race. The Sweetest Taboo goes ahead and gets through along the inside here. Mid-turn, you're going to see just kind of first up behind Rivals and just kind of slide on through around the turn. Got a couple long shots in front. Glance ran real big this day, Stan, at 23 to 1, but came back also to win out of this race. Finally gets some room with Carrasco. Going to establish command here right about the 5/16 pole, and then just draw off by 5 1/4. Yeah, 5 1/4 lengths under a drive. We'll watch this through the stretch and watch how eager she is. Kicking off from the 3/16 pole home here. I really like the effort on the Sweetest Taboo. Draws inside today. You saw how much horse Carrasco had that day behind Rivals. Shorter run in the first turn. Not really a whole lot of speed just to her outside. She's going to get a perfect position. If he wants to go, I think he can. If he wants to just sit back and maybe stalk from second, he can. But this horse is definitely going forward for Claudio Gonzalez.
Go against your laden trainer Claudio Gonzalez at your own peril. I used the filly in my top 3. You go against my top pick, the 9 Fashion Week, a good second last out, going a mile on a good track. Allowance Company here at Laurel Park. That was coming back after having a couple months off. Now right back here in a couple weeks. Has had a decent work last Saturday on the synthetic up there at Fair Hill. Vargas rides today for the Hall of Famer Shug McGahee. It's a nice Spitestown 4-year-old filly. I think she's sitting on a big race today.
Yeah, there's just not a whole lot separating these horses when you really break it all down. That's why I've got a 4 to 1 in the body of the race, 4 to 1 morning line favorite. Yeah, Fashion Week draws outside. What were her finish be like at a mile and a 16th? She had good position, couldn't quite go with another broad at the mile distance. But, yeah, she's a user definitely underneath an exactus for me. I just think I like the one. She looks like the horse that's going to make the next step, where a lot of these other ones have just kind of shown what they really are.
How about the 8, Fort Law by Fort Larned? She should like the distance. She ran well last out on a yielding turf course and ran well on the main track of Delaware, 2 back against Allowance Company. Got a low buyer in that race, but she looks like she's capable. A homebred here for Adena Springs and Dale Capuano.
Yeah, that's my thing. I mean, you look at the buyers, you break them down 58. She's going to have to move up probably and run a 70. Can she do it? She progressed again. That was, could have been because of the yielding surface, no doubt, on that turf course on October 21st. But yeah, I mean, she's got some fight into her. She looks to be one of the horses it's going to be for, maybe pressing my top selection.
Yep. And we both like the 4 as well here. This mare has been around for a while. By Frisian Fire, Hell of a Fire for trainer Tim Woolley. She's a 2-time winner at Laurel Park, 9 for 13 in the money here at Laurel Park, and she was knocking on the door at this level over the summertime. Now she's been rested up. She's been freshened up. Some nice works up there at Farrow Hill. Alex Cintron gets aboard. The 4 is definitely live here at a nice price.
Yeah, off a few months here for Tim Woolley. Caught a couple runaway winners in Barley Jack and Chauncey. Those horses just jumped up and ran lifetime best. So a victim of that, but you see that to 2-back try, a buyer 76 as a buyer 73 on the go back at 2 turns. This is another horse. It's got good positional speed against this kind. I think is a must-choose in your exacts. Even Untaken, I'll toss in. Disappointed as the heavy favorite on October the 25th, but was way wide against no pace whatsoever. Needs a little bit more speed up front, and that'll enhance the run with Montanez today.
All right, so a nice filly and mare allowance race there in race 7. Let's turn the page. Race 8 kicks off the late daily double, claiming $5,000 for 3-year-old fillies or older. Filly mares never won 3. We're going a flat mile in race 8. My best bet of the day. You have her in your exacta, the 2 Angel in the Morning, a 3-year-old filly by Straight Sense for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. She's won her last 2, both times going a mile. She's a 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. She's won 4 races overall, going against older filly mares, never won 3. She looks much the best here. She'll be a popular favorite. That's why I single on her on my pick 5 ticket.
Yeah, I mean, her numbers, they're all right. I mean, her form, obviously, she's won 4 races against a lot of these horses that have only won 2. I don't know if she's a slam dunk at a short price. I go to the 6 at a price at 10-1 morning line. Maybe they can fool this filly into stretching out on the dirt. She didn't run terrible on the turf over the yielding surfaces. So I know she's got a little bit of bottom underneath of her. Got going way late last time at 5.5. I think she can kind of creep up to the leaders by the time they turn for home. Not so sure of the finish, but I like the price. I think you're going to get 8 or 10-1 on this horse. And like I said, I don't know if the 2's an absolute cinch here in this spot for Claudio. And I think you also got to worry about the 1 Nancy R.
Yeah, we both like the 1 Nancy R. I use Nancy R in my exacta. Brandon Whitaker rides this filly well for trainer Dorothy Wharton and Wasabi Venture Stable. A good third last out, going a mile and a 16th. Now she's 0 for 19 here at Laurel Park, but she's been second or third 11 times out of 19 tries. So she doesn't like to win here at Laurel, but I think she'll be right there to pick up a check once again.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of what trip she can kind of grind out from the inside. She was up close to a pretty good pace in her last out. So against this field, I think the 8 horse is just going to go ahead and send the horse coming in from Mountaineer Park. But if Nancy R. doesn't have to be used too hard, the open, say, 3 furlongs, I think if you can get her to relax a little bit, she'll have a little bit better finish against this group.
Yeah, the 8 sneaky here. Late action for Robert Cole and Mike Girales. You get Sheldon Russell on this filly by morning line. She's won her last 2 by a combined 24 lengths. That was against 4,000 Three Life Company at Mountaineer. Tougher company today for the 8 late action.
Oh yeah, she'll be the target, no doubt. But I think Angel of the Morning will kind of be right on her by the time they turn for home.
All right, let's turn the page here. 1 more minute. Race 9 is a claiming 12,500. Filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. Going 6 furlongs. I have the 7 on top. We have a stat on the 7 for trainer Mark Reed. Expect Wonderful. Had a big win coming off the layoff last out.
Yeah, not a huge sample, but the past 5 years with maiden breakers, next out on the dirt, 3 for 12, 25%, and 7 for 12 in the money. That ROI is pretty strong, $5.16. You're not going to get that kind of price on Expect Wonderful today, but they took the edge off of a lengthy layoff, jamming from the maiden special weight. The maiden claiming to get it done. Didn't have to work terribly hard. The internal fractions weren't super strong, but did beat a next out winner and pass the wine.
Yep, and Sipping Champagne, who runs earlier today, so we'll get a good gauge of that race. We're watching Sipping Champagne running earlier today. So I use the 7 on top. You have her in your exacta. The 2, we have the 2 on top. Do It for Spite, first off the claim for the Cal Lynch barn.
Yeah, they must have liked something, claimed, and they're going to go ahead and go raise. And this is not a really a tough race when you really break it all down and compare the horses. This horse might come down. I think this horse is going to end up maybe about 5-1 range, 6-1 when it's all said and done. Made a move into a blistering pace, just couldn't quite sustain. I think he's going to be a little bit more relaxed on the front end today.
All right, we both like the 8, Grace Isabella for Robin Graham. Katie Davis on this horse, good third 2 starts ago when it came off the turf against 16,000 2 life. This is a good spot today for the 8, Grace Isabella.
Oh, yeah, Cocktail Waitress 2 races back to Wildcat Sunshine against the key horses. Once again, though, a little flattening out. I didn't like the Perfect Trip 2 races back, kind of drifted in, banging around with another horse. I think will be the favorite in this field, but I'm not so sure, how this horse is really going to follow through at 6 furlongs.
All right, so good luck in all your live will pays going into race 9. The late pick 5 with the heavy favored winning race 9 yesterday. The Engelhard horse, late pick 5, still paid over 2,600. So big payouts and big action today here at Laurel Park. All the horse racing and football you could ask for. Come on out here, enjoy the weather, enjoy the sports book. All kinds of action here on a Sunday fun day. Good luck to you.
We'll see you next when?
Thursday for Thanksgiving. Yeah, special first race post time, 11:25 for Thanksgiving Day. Come on out here, big card, and you get that free Thanksgiving Day pie, the most popular promotion in all of horse racing. The free pies right here at Laurel Park on Thanksgiving Day.
For some of us, it's been some of the most expensive pie that I've ever had, but I'll take it. But no, what a job! Do you see that card?
I glanced at it. It's good. Yeah,
man,
big card.
Racing office putting a hurting on us.
Yep. All right. Good luck today, Dave Robin. Coming up next with scratches and changes.
Good luck.